And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Oh, thank you. Good. Got a good-looking audience this morning here on Steve Shetler Media, the Morning Wake Up. What is it? A Wednesday? And it is foggy. Sound the foghorn here in southeast Iowa. It's 7:01 on your Wednesday, September 27th. My name is Steve Shetler. A good morning to you. And we've got a lot to get to this morning. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking with Jacob Glandon of Black Oak Films here shortly. Actually, recorded that conversation yesterday. Going to be playing it back this morning here on Steve Shetler Media. He is an Iowa filmmaker that does documentaries. So we'll be chatting with Jacob here momentarily. Let's first get a look at our forecast for today. As I mentioned, kind of foggy. Dense fog advisory in effect this morning for southeast Iowa till 9 a.m. So make sure your headlights are on. Take it easy. Maybe give yourself a little bit of extra time to get where you're getting to this morning. That dense fog advisory till 9 a.m. Patchy fog. Otherwise, partly sunny today. Should end up being a pretty decent day. High of 75. For tonight, mostly clear. A low of 56. Partly sunny for tomorrow. Another nice day. Sunny skies and a high of 78. Clear tomorrow night. Low of 59. And then we're in for a warm weekend here in southeast Iowa. Friday will be sunny and 88. I think Saturday we're supposed to see a high around 90 degrees. Kind of happy that the Iowa Hawkeye game on Saturday is in the evening. Maybe it'll cool down by then. But again, a warm weekend here in southeast Iowa. Let's see here. Current conditions. Let's get those current conditions from the National Weather Service. A little bit foggy right now. Humidity at 96%. A little bit of a north wind, about 5 miles per hour. Visibility at about 0.15 miles, so about a tenth of a mile. So do take it easy out there on the roadways. That dense fog advisory till 9 a.m. this evening. Hey, just a reminder, took some more stickers into Barn Wired here in Sigourney yesterday. Dropped those off. You can see they're right where you pay when you check out at the counter. The Steve Shetler Media stickers, you can get those for $2. And when you get those, put those on the back window of your vehicle, and you'll be eligible to win a $25 gift card to Barn Wired in Sigourney. So maybe you'd like that. Maybe your wife would like that. Your girlfriend would like that. Maybe your boyfriend would like that. Somebody would like that $25 gift card to Barn Wired in Sigourney. We're going to draw that prize winner on Friday morning. So stay tuned for that coming up later this week. But get those $2 Steve Shetler Media stickers at Barn Wired in Sigourney. They are our official outlet for this week. You can still get those stickers at the Garden Gate in Sigourney as well. So take advantage of that and maybe win. All right, let's check in. We, as I mentioned, talked to Jacob Glandon yesterday, and we're going to air that video today. Jacob Glandon, Iowa filmmaker. He is our special guest this morning on the Morning Wake Up. Hey, Steve Shetler here on Steve Shetler Media on the Morning Wake Up. And our guest this morning, as you can see, is Iowa filmmaker Jacob Glandon. Jacob, how you doing this morning?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Glad to have you on. And you're a filmmaker. Tell us about it. Well, before we dive into it, tell us a little bit about yourself, because you're a native from right here in the area, right?
Yeah. Well, I live in Webster, so
Okay.
I went to English Valley's High School,
Okay.
and I just graduated from William Penn University last May. I got a Bachelor of Arts in film production, and I just premiered the Watch Your documentary at the Watch Your Opera House last month. So
Very cool. Now, what got you interested in the first place in filmmaking?
Well, I first wanted to do like photography.
Okay.
So when I transferred to William Penn, they were more focused on like video production and those kinds of things. So I ended up just doing more video things and just kind of realized like I think I enjoy this a little bit better.
Yeah.
Now, I still do photography, a lot of landscape stuff, but
Okay.
I think career-wise, I'm gonna be more of a path in like video and film. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
So again, Jacob Glandon hanging out here. Who are your parents, by the way? Who's your family? You should probably give them a shout out in this interview.
So my parents are Gerald and Terry Glandon. They live in Webster. And then my grandparents, Leroy and Linda James, live here in Sigourney, and I think just about everybody probably knows who they are. So
Yes.
that probably doesn't need any more explanation there.
Yep. The Shutlers and the James family, we go way back. As I was telling you before we went on here today, your uncle Bob James, who works up at K-Hawk in Cedar Rapids, was actually the guy that really influenced me to get into radio way back when. So, yeah, kind of a cool little story there. A shout out to Bob if he's watching this morning. So, yeah, you did the Watch Year documentary, and you had a big event at the Watch Year Opera House. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was really well. It was actually a 2-night premiere,
Okay.
August 18th and 19th, and we had over 100 people both nights.
Nice.
To a free will donation, and so I took half of the profits and the Opera House took the other half. So we both came away with just really good turnout and a lot of excitement over it. And now recently, I've had a lot of demand and interest in DVDs.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to have those in next week and have those at the flea market. So
Oh, very cool.
yeah.
So what led you to doing this particular documentary about Watch Year? Of course, you grew up in the area. Did that influence you a little bit? Or a whole lot?
I think so, yeah. So it was actually a professor at William Penn that I wanted to do like photography, and he said, hey, you should do like a photo essay or a photo project on Watch Year. And I said, okay, I like that. So I went and met with a guy named Charles Striegel. He lives in Watch Year just south of town.
Okay.
And on his property are where a lot of the coal mines were. So he showed me the coal mines and just told me all this stuff about coal mining and how things were. And I realized, like, you know what, I can't do this as a photo project. It's got to be, we got to have some video and it's got to be more in depth. So I asked a friend at William Penn, his name's Noah. I said, hey, do you want to do a documentary? Help me make this? He said, sure. And then we basically decided to do that. And 2 years later, here it is. So
Nice. And I've only seen like the promo, the kind of the whatever you want to call it, the trailer for Watch Year. But looks like you had several people sit down and tell you their stories.
Yeah. Kate Huffman, her story is just amazing. She's the owner of Watch Year Potters, for anybody that's unfamiliar. Okay. And where she lives currently is where the original Watch Year Clay Products factory was. And it's now in disrepair. It's just completely abandoned. And they took the ruins of the place and created their new pottery. And just her story and, everything that she and Jerry went through is just amazing. And so that was a huge part of it. But also, the Opera House, the flea market, the Freedom Rock, harness racing. I mean, there's so much in Watch Year that needed to be in it and, to be honored, in this project.
Sure. Yeah. So, not to give away any spoilers or anything, but is it one of those documentaries that kind of goes back in time and then comes to present day Watch Year and kind of everywhere in between, or what would you say?
It starts, I'd say, more of a focus on the past. When it starts, the first thing is how did Watch Year get its name? And how was the town founded? I thought those were the most important things to start off with, so that people that know nothing about Watch Year could be like, oh, okay, I get that now, because it is a very unique name.
And I don't know the answer to that, so I'm gonna have to watch.
Yeah, plenty of people driving through not from here are like, what is Watch Year?
Yeah.
What is that? So it starts with that, and then we kind of establish the coal mining and the clay industry, and then it kind of shifts more into the present day with a lot of the current residents of Watch Year and how they're dealing with the changes that that we've really seen over the last 50 years or so.
Okay, very cool. Yeah. Now, you mentioned DVDs. Is there a way for people to order the DVDs? Is there a way to contact you directly?
Yeah, so I have a Google Forms, you just fill it out and it goes straight to a Google Sheet.
Okay.
And that is on my Facebook. I can give you the link to that, or
right.
however. So people can just fill it out. Really simple. It takes like 30 seconds, or you can contact me. Okay. And all my information is in a post on Facebook. So just look up Black Oak Films on Facebook, and you'll find all that stuff on there.
All right. Again, we're chatting with Jacob Glandon from right here in Southeast Iowa, an Iowa filmmaker. And you're also working on a new project, right? A new documentary.
Yeah. Another thing I'm really excited about is it's called Flotsam River Circus. So last month, starting at the beginning of the month and ending at the beginning of this month, so about a month in total, there was a circus traveling down the Mississippi River from, I think it was Minneapolis to St. Louis, and they would give shows pretty much every night on towns along the river. Free shows.
Okay.
Just show up with your blankets, with your chair, watch, and then they would ask if people really liked it, give donations and things, because that's really how they lived, is with donations. So I filmed it with another guy who I had just met on the first day of filming. Never met him before, didn't know him at all. We filmed it together, 3 days of filming, basically all day long. And this was when it was like 100 degrees every day back in August. The absolute hottest days of the year. We're outside in Clinton, Iowa, LeClaire, and Davenport, just dying. And, filming some really amazing stuff. And, we're making a documentary just about the experience of the circus and just, kind of what it's like to be a traveling performer in our modern age. So.
I was going to say, it sounds kind of old-fashioned, maybe kind of like gypsies, the old gypsy life along the river.
Yeah. I think they're trying to, recapture, I don't know, just how that old style of a full-time performer that, they live off of the people that they perform for, that, and that's it. And that's really how it is for them. I mean, people donated hotel rooms and gave them entire meals, and they had to actually ask people to stop because they were getting so much food. They're like, what can we do with all this food, right? So it was really an amazing experience to see that for 3 days. So
very cool. Yeah. So is there any projected date for that to come out?
We're hoping late 2023, so a couple months from now.
All right.
And actually on my YouTube channel, which is also Black Oak Films, I have some videos of stuff we've done. It's kind of like daily recaps of the 3 days of filming. So if people are interested, they can go see what it's kind of get an idea of what it was like and maybe get a little excitement going for the actual release.
Yeah, so, very cool. You'll have to rent out the Watch Your Opera House and do another film release.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. So again, Jacob Glandon, and it's called Black Oak Films, correct?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So go like that page and give Jacob some support. In fact, now you've been nice enough to give me a 5-minute, what would we call it? Like a snippet, a clip of the Watch Your documentary?
Yeah. For people that were not able to make it to the premiere, this is there's the whole clay portion, the whole clay segment, I guess I should say, is on YouTube as well. And it's because I submitted it to a college journalism contest.
Okay.
And that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But that's 5 minutes from the coal mining part of it.
Okay.
And so you can just learn a little bit more about Watch Your and coal mining, and if you really like it, make sure to get your name on that form. I can get you a DVD when we get them in.
Yes, for sure. And we're going to save that 5-minute clip of the movie, the documentary, and we'll put that on my Steve Shetler Media Facebook page and YouTube page a little bit later on today. So you can check that out. And again, support this young man doing stuff that he loves with documentaries. Sounds really cool. Buy the DVD and support him and his career. You know what? I always tell people to get out there and support our Iowa country musicians. Same for our Iowa filmmakers. I don't know if you know Tiffany Ketchum at all, or if that name rings a bell at all.
I think I might have heard the name.
But she was a former Keota resident. She's in Newton, Iowa now, but she's also in the process right now of making an independent film here in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
You guys might want to hook up together
Yeah.
and talk about films. But so Iowa Films is a thing, and we're going to support that here on Steve Shetler Media. So Jacob, thank you so much for coming in today, and best of luck with the DVD release and with the upcoming documentary.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And maybe we'll have to do this again here in a few months when you got the new one ready to go.
Yeah, awesome, yeah.
All right, that's Jacob Glandon right here on Steve Shetler Media and the Morning Wake Up. All righty, so thanks to Jacob for hanging out on the Morning Wake Up and Steve Shetler Media. And again, you can see there the what it looks like when you go to sign up to get yourself a DVD for the Watch Your documentary. You can get that at Black Oak Films on Facebook, or as he mentioned, you can see him at the Watch Your flea market coming up. Jacob Glandon with that Watch Your documentary. Pretty cool stuff going on there from that young man. When I say young man, it makes me feel old because I'm not a young man anymore. So, do want to give a shout out this morning. Let's see, we've got some folks tuned in this morning, including my buddy Randy. He's out on the East Coast. I know Randy's watching this morning, so hey, Randy, good to see you. Let's see here. Let me get to my current video right now. I want to see who else is tuned in and watching this morning. We've got Randy, we've got Kathy, we've got Sandy, we've got Judy over at Brust by Jude in Oskaloosa. If you're watching and you want to say hi, good morning in the comments this morning, please do so. And again, Jacob Glandon was our special guest. You know, coming up here shortly, we're just a few minutes away from Neil's Garage Sale here on Steve Shetler Media, where we sell your stuff. And you can get your stuff in by emailing steveshetlermedia@gmail.com. Send me a picture of what you're selling, give a description, give a price, and give your contact information, and we'll try to sell it for you on what used to be known as Steve's Garage Sale. But my co-host on that program, Neil Crott, he is such a popular figure here in Southeast Iowa. We renamed it Neil's Garage Sale. So we'll get to that here in just a little bit. Hey, let's do some of our normal stuff. Got some celebrity birthdays to get to. Randy Bachman of BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive, 80 years old today. Baseball player Mike Schmidt of the Phillies. He hit a home run or two back in his day. 74 years old for Mike Schmidt. Sean Cassidy. Somebody alert my sister. My sister was a huge, and still is, a huge Sean Cassidy fan. Da-do run, 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 da-do run, run. Sean Cassidy, 65 years old. Steve Kerr, coach for the Warriors, formerly played for the Bulls. He's won a few rings in his career in the NBA. 58 years old today. Actress Gwyneth Paltrow turning 51. Rap singer Lil Wayne. Is his dad Big Wayne? I don't know. Lil. Don't get any T's and it's not little. Lil Wayne, 41. Avril Lavigne, 39. Jenna Ortega, the actress, 21 years old. All right. On this day, it was on this date back in 1919, the Democratic National Committee voted to admit women. All right, on this date, 1954, Tonight, with an exclamation point, became The Tonight Show, with Steve Allen made its debut on NBC. On this date, 1964, the Warren Commission issued a report concluding that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the assassination of JFK. It is today on the National Calendar Day. We've got, I don't know what this first one is, World Dense Breast Day. So celebrate that. National Day of Forgiveness. It's National Scarf Day. It's National Corned Beef Hash Day. It's National Crush a Can Day. If I had a can right now, I'd just crush it against my forehead. No, I wouldn't. It's National Chocolate Milk Day and National Women's Health and Fitness Day. Things you need to know. How about this? CVS closing a whole bunch of stores, closing 300 stores by the end of 2024, 600 stores by the end of 2027. They're going to more of an online business model. Tonight, the Republican presidential candidate debate going to be taking place without Donald Trump. Let's see here. They figure hurricanes might have messed up the bearings on those flamingos. We talked about that yesterday, as 5 flamingos were spotted in Wisconsin. That's never happened before. Hurricanes throwing those flamingos off. Let's see here. Friends of Britney Spears. Isn't everybody concerned about Britney Spears' well-being? Britney posting a video online of her dancing with knives. Is that a Kevin Costner movie? He had Dancing with Wolves. Britney is dancing with knives. Somebody take the knives away from Britney. There's a new world record. I know we were all anxiously anticipating this one. A new world record has been set at the Virginia State Fair for the world's biggest butternut squash, weighing in at 131.4 pounds. There was no winner on the Powerball jackpot. It sits at $835 million. So go out and get your ticket for that. You've probably heard about Taylor Swift fans. They are all suddenly football fans. Travis Kelce jerseys flying out the door, out the window, as all the T-Swizzy, the Swizz, her fans buying all those jerseys. Today's impossible question. A new study says this is the most important factor to have a fulfilled life. What do you think? I'll give you a second to think about it. Again, a new study says this is the most important factor to having a fulfilled life. What is it? It is having a job you like. I like my job. Good job. I like talking to you guys every morning. It's fun. So, yeah, that's fun. Hey, let's see here. Moving right along. What was I going to go into? Weird news. Maybe, you know, I'm trying to think what to do with Neil Crott on a more of a just a once a week basis. Maybe we could do some weird news. Speaking of which, the weirdo just arrived in the studio.
In here, I can
hear you. Here, let me turn your microphone. You're not supposed to be on for like 7 more minutes.
I'm watching from a side.
Officials are searching for the source of a mystery odor in Wichita, Kansas. They're investigating an odor reported in various parts of the city, but they said that the smell is not believed to be dangerous. Reporting an odor variously compared to gas, burning rubber, asphalt, or a car engine. City officials said in a Facebook post that they have received several "what's that smell?" inquiries. As they say, we are unaware of what is causing the smell. What's that smell here in the studio? Oh, it's Neil Crott. That's the smell here. I don't know if that's going all the way to Kansas, though. They say it's not currently having an impact on the city's air quality rating, and they are going to keep people updated if they discover the origin of the smell. Speaking of which, the best scent for every room, according to Good Housekeeping, this will make your different rooms smell just the way they were intended. Your bedroom. Lavender. Soothing lavender. They say mist your pillow with a relaxing, sleep-promoting lavender aroma. For the kitchen, you want it to smell like fresh citrus. For the bathroom, wherever Neil Crott's been, good luck. Detoxifying eucalyptus. Eucalyptus. Ye old eucalyptus tree. And then for the living room, what they call cozy amber. Light a candle that radiates a warm, comforting scent like amber and wood. I still got some time. You just hold your horses back there. It's not your turn yet. Neil Crott. A Men's Health Twitter poll asking people, how do you react to your team losing a big game? I usually react with inner rage and a week's worth of sadness. Let's see here. 37% said they react with anger. You are correct. 31% said that they react with a shrug. 29% said sadness. 3% said illness. Wow. So people actually get sick if their team loses a big game. How do you deal with the loss? Nearly half said that they work out. An angry workout. 36% said alcohol. Glug, glug, glug. 13% said they scream. I do tend to yell at the TV occasionally. And 5% said that they hit or kick something. Interesting. Okay, one more thing here. Let's talk about this. You can get in here. Let's just make this official. I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
But watch out for that. We're just gonna make you part of this right now.
Poke your eyeball out.
All right. The Washington Post. They spoke to an etiquette expert and people of all ages about their own phone pet peeves to come up with the following guidance to help everyone navigate phone calls in 2023. Do you use your phone much?
Probably more than I should, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they say don't leave a voicemail anymore. It's an archaic thing. People don't want to take the time to listen to voicemails.
Oh, give me a break. That's just laziness.
I don't like it. Put in your code. Hit the pound button. Oh, here is your first voicemail sent. I don't care.
Wouldn't that be an awesome job?
So don't leave a voicemail anymore. That's a thing of the past. You're supposed to text before calling to see if somebody is ready to take your phone call.
I get that.
They also say you don't need to answer your phone. Like if you're in public, if you're shopping, if you're in the midst of a crowd of people, don't answer your phone.
I agree with that one.
I don't want to hear your conversation. The group of people around you that don't know you don't want to hear your conversation. Hang up. Don't answer it in the first place. Emotions are for voice and facts are for text. So if you want to actually express emotions, obviously you need to call. But if it's just straight up facts, a text is fine.
Huh. That's interesting.
And then, unless it's an emergency, again, please don't call. Just don't. And actually, for me, don't ever call.
You're sort of jerky this morning.
Well,
I mean, I understand your
I don't
look
like
on
phone
it.
calls.
I know. I get it. But
this was actually all right. So let's go further into this. Unless it's an emergency, it says if someone doesn't answer your call, don't hang up and immediately call again.
Yes, I agree with that.
That is just...
I've said this before. Remember back in the old days, before cell phones? We do, because we're old.
Yes.
But you didn't do that over and over. You left a message. See? You left a message. And you'll be lucky if you hear back from me by the end of the day. Yeah.
And then also don't use a speakerphone in public.
I hate that.
Duh. It's just... That's like having a conversation in public. Nobody wants to hear it. And we don't need to hear the other person talking either. We don't need to hear you talking.
No.
Or the other person. So just quit it. Just quit. Be
normal. Conscientious. You're... Now you got me messed
Conscientious. Be conscious.
Be conscious.
When you're talking on the phone.
That helps a lot.
Have a conscience. This is getting weird.
That word is hard.
Let's end this right now. I'm going to call somebody real quick. I'm just going to have a conversation right here while we're live. But we're going to end this, and then we're going to officially come back here in a couple of minutes with Neil's garage sale. Hopefully we'll have something to sell. So Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in this morning on the Morning Wake Up. Some bonus time with Neil. We'll come back here shortly on Steve Shetler Media. Goodbye.